This movie is terrible.
We get the infamous Kessel Run. It's a great scene up until Han starts talking Wookiee.
Thank you! And Lando apparently in this movie was banging L3. Han, nobody don't let me down.
And then all of a sudden, pew!
This is the dumbest fucking shit I've ever seen. I knew right off the bat I was gonna hate this fucking movie.
You are never going to believe how Han Solo got his name, and I can't wait to talk about it. This is The Binge, a show that merges the two greatest things this world has to offer, movies and booze. Each week we make our way through an entry of a franchise and get a little drunk along the way. This week we continue our run through the spin-off Star Wars movies. It is Solo, a Star Wars story. I'm your host, Joshua Ryan. Today I am drinking a rice lager from Ivanhoe Park Brewing in Orlando, Central Florida. They partnered with us for our Star Wars run, hooking us up with free booze. And since Star Wars got its roots with Kurosawa and samurai and Japanese cinema, I decided what better beer to start us off. With me, as always, my co-host Timbo. What's up, buddy?
What is happening, Mr. Ryan? Hey, everybody. I'm happy to be here. I am rocking... I know it looks like just a blue shirt. You can't see it, but it's the Millennium Falcon. It's the Falcon, baby. I got this shirt at a place called the Galaxy's Edge, or aka Black Spire, which actually is referenced in this movie. Oh man, when I rewatched it, I was like, "Oh shit, what is that?" And I too am drinking. Love this movie. I'm so excited, Josh. I'm so excited. I am drinking from our friends there at Ivanhoe Brewery, who are helping us cover the non-Star Wars, non-Skywalker saga, the Red. You know?
Hey, you got a big one. I got a big one too.
I know. I was actually thinking
I got a big one. How about you?
Let's go. Yeah, the red. This is because it's the only lightsaber color you see in the movie, and it's a tall one. Spoilers. So let's see. What's going on? Richard, baby, Richard, what's happening, Cap? Oh, sorry, Josh.
Joining us, special guest.
I got so excited.
Richard, you are a specialist in all things nerdy, so it seemed like a good movie to bring you on for the Star Wars run. How's it going, man?
Doing good. Thank you guys so much for having me. Yeah, this is our first Star Wars movie that we're doing on this. I know we've done Marvel and John Wick before. I don't have a specialty brewed, just a classic old Miller, nothing too crazy. But no, it does kind of make me think back to when I owned a brewery a few years back in Tahoe, which is actually where my shirt is from. You can't see it, but it's it's a bunch of Tahoe animals as Star Wars characters. It's got Moose Vader and I think a bear is Han Solo. It's total novelty. But it's fantastic. I love it.
I thought that was a Family Guy shirt. Honestly, at first I thought it was.
You know what's funny? I looked at it earlier. It almost did look Family Guy for a second. Which some of my favorite Star Wars content is the Family Guy recreations of the original trilogy. But no, it's good to be here. I mean, I don't get to talk Star Wars often, but it's gonna be a lot of fun. I love talking Star Wars.
Hey, it's always
raise a glass, my friends.
Raise a glass.
Cheers
Clink.
to the Star.
Cheers.
The non-Skywalker Star Wars. The beers. To your Lake Tahoe shirt.
Oh yeah.
So Tim, you and I, we had a failure of a podcast a couple years ago called.
We had many failure podcasts.
The Movie Divide. That's true, and this is our third attempt. The Movie Divide, where we tackled divisive movies that have divided audiences. They've split audiences. Some people hate them. Some people love them. Some people are like, they're meh. This was a movie we covered on the Movie Divide because this is a divisive movie, especially among the Star Wars fandom. And I remember you coming in really opinionated when we covered this a couple of years ago. Yeah. Are you still very opinionated on Solo?
I came in, with the hyperspeed. I will say, looking at my notes here, I have had the most notes on this page than I've had on all the other ones that we've done.
What does that mean?
So that means I got a lot to say.
You got a lot of complaints?
I got a lot of grievances. This is a Festivus, and we're gonna be airing some grievances about this movie. Which should have been a great movie. And I don't know how much more you want me to say, but yeah, I'm just as fired up. It's like I got the raw coaxium running through my veins tonight. Ooh, yeah, I can't wait to talk about
You said it should have been a great movie, and I'm guessing you're alluding to the fact that they robbed a very different movie from us. This originally had Phil Lord and Chris Miller were originally attached to direct, and they had already directed a large chunk of this movie. They were like 3 weeks from being done when all of a sudden Disney fired them because they were leaning too comedic, and they were emphasizing improvisation and things like that on the set. That being said, I mean, them leaning comedy, that's what they do, but they do it very well. I feel like this is a huge mistake. You look at what they gave us right before they had this job, right before they had Solo. They had Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, 21 Jump Street, the Lego Movie, and 22 Jump Street. Those are all absolute bangers with critics, with audiences, all successes at the box office. Now, following the firing here, they didn't direct a feature for a long time until this year when they bring us Project Hail Mary, which is another big success with audiences and critics and the box office. And with Project Hail Mary being another kind of space adventure, it's kind of a closer example as to maybe what they could have given us or what they were going for. I don't know. What do you think about the what ifs?
Well, here's the thing. Sorry, I'm gonna jump in. I'm gonna give it to Richard in just a second. I just want to make one quick comment with those guys. I read Project Hail Mary, and I think the book itself alludes to very good comedy. Like, it's actually very funny. Andy Weir, who wrote that and The Martian, the books are hilarious. And then obviously they have very heavy material they talk about too. So I think with their two talents, it's good with that. Some of my knocks are going to be how jokey this movie was, because I feel like Solo isn't super jokey, but those are my personal opinions that we're going to get into and be public opinions. Richard, what do you think, buddy?
Yeah, what's funny? I actually didn't even remember the whole Lord and Miller of it all.
I forgot that too.
Yeah, and everything I've seen from them has been fantastic. I mean, I haven't seen 22 Jump Street, but 21 Jump Street is one of my favorite comedies of the last 10, 15 years. I love that movie. Lego Movie has my favorite version of Batman ever. Like no lie. Like, I love what Will Arnett does with Lego Batman in that movie and his own solo movie. And of course, obviously they didn't direct the Spider-Verse movies, but their involvement is, part of what makes them like a couple of the greatest superhero movies we've ever seen.
Yeah, the Spider-Verse movies have quickly became some of my top 10 movies. I'm going to say that. I've read the script to or Across the Spider-Verse, the sequel.
Okay.
The script has jokes in the script that are never for the screen. It's just for the reader. And I was like, it is so good. It reads almost like a comic, like they have editor note. Like, it's...
I gotta check that out.
Dude, the scripts, if you like reading scripts, because I'm a writer, I like reading scripts. Read that script. It's a great read to begin with, even as a filmmaker trying to figure out how they did what they did with different stuff. But they'll say shit, and then especially stuff with Gwen and her dad where they're firing back when it's really heated. They'll be like, that one stung, and stuff like this. They break all these rules that they teach you, don't do this, and they're like, no, we're gonna do what we want. But see 22 Jump Street. If you like 21 Jump Street, Richard, check out 22 Jump Street. It's so funny, and it makes fun of itself. I'm not gonna get into it, but yeah. Sorry, Richard, keep going.
I love the first one, but
the second one's so good too.
Yeah,
I will say,
but
I prefer the first one to the second one by a pretty significant margin. But the second one gives us the "My name is Jeff" joke, which just lives on as an endless quote.
Yeah.
Well, there's that, and then there's the scene where Channing Tatum's saying something on repeat that I don't know if I want to say it right now because it kind of gives a little something away. And Ice Cube and Jonah Hill are just staring at each other because they figure something out, and that's hilarious. That scene.
Ice Cube's a good stare.
Last thing on that, the one my wife and I do all the time is infiltrate the dealer, find the suppliers.
Oh yeah,
that whole thing from the first one. But
in the second one, they're like, just do the same thing you did, but again, just do the same thing. It's the same thing, but again.
And Ice Cube just freaking nails it all the time.
Sorry, Richard was saying something. I cut him off. Sorry.
But no, and it's so weird because Ron Howard has been a great director for a long time, obviously, and he was the one who they hired to replace Lord and Miller. But it is so interesting to think about what this movie could have been with Lord and Miller involved, just because they already had such a good track record before then, and it's only continued since.
And they had 100%. Already filmed so much of the movie. They had about 3 weeks of filming left before they decided to bring in Ron Howard. And like you said, he's a very accomplished, very respectable filmmaker who has made a lot of crap, but he's made a lot of really great movies.
Yeah, but he's got good movies too.
Because his filmography is so dense. It's so long. This dude's been making movies for so long. You're going to have some stinkers in there. But he has a lot of Apollo fucking 13. Like, get out of here.
13.
That movie is
It's one of the best movies of the 90s.
I'm just saying, release the Miller and Lord fucking cut, you know? Let's get that going.
I would love to see the Lord Miller cut.
I know. And so apparently Ron Howard reshoots almost 80% to try and redo it because Disney was just like, it's too much improv, it's too funny, we don't want it to be that funny, so they reshoot so much of it and just turn it into a completely different movie, which I don't dislike this movie. It's just, I think it could have been much better, and I'm really curious what the Lord and Miller cut would have looked like. I'm also curious what it would have looked like with a different actor, but we're going to get to that in just a second. This movie is also written by Jonathan and Lawrence Kasdan. That's a father and son duo. Lawrence Kasdan is a filmmaker who wrote and directed movies like Body Heat and The Big Chill. He also wrote movies like Raiders of the Lost Ark and 3 other Star Wars movies. He gave us Empire, Return of the Jedi, and The Force Awakens. 3 solid Star Wars movies. Some people don't love the new ones, but you know what? I predict we're going to go through the same thing we did with the prequels. Everybody bitched about the prequels, and now people appreciate the prequels. I think we're going to get there.
Yeah,
100%.
People are going to appreciate these movies. I think they're all solid.
We were around for the prequels. People hated. So they hated Anakin. That's why Hayden Christensen had to go away forever. He's just now being accepted.
He is a very
back
whiny
into it.
Anakin, but it kind of grew on.
But that was the whole point, and that was the whole joke. That remember how everyone hated Anakin and Luke. Like everyone loved Han. And they're like, dude, the Skywalkers are whiny bitches. Like that's all you kept hearing. And then now I'm hearing like Luke's my favorite character. I was like, you didn't say that back in the day, you fucking liar.
I will say this: seeing the Yoda battle at the end of episode 2 when I was 11 years old, or maybe 12, it was one of the greatest things I'd ever seen in my life. And like, I hadn't actually like dived into the Star Wars like mania too much at that age because I think I'd maybe seen like most of the original trilogy. I hadn't seen the first one yet, but no, that one was a lot of fun. I remember my best friends had a lightsaber battle outside of the theater before we went in, which was a lot of fun.
That's so cool. They were so cool. Everybody was probably looking at them thinking they were so cool.
Josh, me and Zach had a lightsaber battle at our high school. Me and Josh went to the same high school. We had a lightsaber battle out there one time because we were fucking losers. Oh, it was so much fun though.
Yeah, that's what we were. Nothing's really changed. So, Alden Ehrenreich is Han Solo. They apparently auditioned over 2,500 actors to play Han. Also in the running was Taron Egerton and Miles Teller. And they were apparently very highly in the considered rankness. I think 100%. If Miles Teller is Han Solo, this is a better movie. I think Miles Teller.
I would have liked to see Miles Teller do this. Yeah,
he 100%. Has the cocky confidence, just quippy smarminess. That Alden Ehrenreich does not have, and he is not a bad actor. I'm not saying Alden Ehrenreich's a bad actor, but he is not a good Han. He comes across so muted and so dull. Even when he tries to be confident or tries to say something quippy, it just feels so droll. He is not the character. He just doesn't fit it. Now, apparently, the studio saw this too because they were so worried they brought in acting coaches on set mid-filming to try and work with him because they were so panicked, which... How does that happen? You spent, I would imagine, months narrowing down this actor out of 2,500 people, multiple screen tests, multiple, personality rankings with different people, all this different stuff, multiple readings. And then you choose one and then you're like, shit, he's not working. How did you get to that point? I don't understand.
Hey, couldn't you just Back to the Future him, like... You guys know what I'm talking about. I mean, like Michael J. Fox came in way later. That they already had Christopher Lloyd's all reverses. He just had to come in and be in the one scenes that he was with Marty in. And what's his face? I cannot think of his name right now. But it's like they shot most of that movie, and they're like, this fucking isn't working, and they had to change it.
Which is crazy.
You
And
know?
now it's one of the most beloved movies ever.
Oh my god, one of the most. So it's like, who made that decision? That was it like Kathleen Kennedy? Was it someone else that was like, no, I picked him. We're
The
sticking
thing
with him, hell or high
Back
water.
to the Future is that Michael J. Fox was their number one. That's who they wanted. They couldn't get him because
That
of
is
Family
because
Ties.
Family Ties.
Right.
And
Okay,
things like
yeah,
that.
That's true.
So they
So
wanted him
when
in the
Family
first
Ties
place.
finally caved and was like, "We will do it," and God, I know what the fuck is his name? Who the
Eric?
actor?
Eric, wasn't it
Yes,
Eric?
it is.
Estrada?
No.
No.
I can't think of his name. All right, I'm looking it up. But
okay.
keep going.
I know this, and I should know this. But anyways, so when he wasn't working
Eric
out, and they were like,
Stoltz.
Eric
Stoltz.
Stoltz.
You
Thank
got it.
you,
Richard
God.
for the win.
Richard wins. 10 points for
When-
Richendor.
So when Eric Stoltz wasn't fucking working because he was playing it too serious.
Oh man,
He wasn't seeing the comedy in the material, which
Yeah.
we need in the Back to the Future.
Yeah.
It's not meant to be a serious drama. It's
Yeah,
meant
it's
to
a
be funny.
comedy movie.
oh yeah.
So then they went back to Family Ties again and begged, and then they were like, "Fine, you can have your number one, the person you want more than anybody for this movie." That seems like an easy choice.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what? Okay, we're going way off topic here. Full House. Did you hear the story of Full House? Fucking Danny Tanner. Bob Saget was their number one choice to play Danny Tanner. And
okay.
he was like, no, he couldn't because of scheduling, stuff like this. They had hired a different actor, filmed the pilot, recorded it. The pilot was scheduled to go out. This other actor had packed his car, was driving to LA because he had the job. And then they called him and they were like, hey, Bob Saget's freed up. We're reshooting the pilot. You're fired. And they took
Yeesh.
Bob
Oh my
Saget.
god.
Wow.
After this dude had like quit
Filmed
everything and was
and-
moving to LA because he had the job. He'd already filmed the pilot.
Damn.
So it does
That's
happen.
crazy.
That's
That
rough.
sucks for that guy. But
Yeah.
I like the story. If we're going off topic, you don't have to keep this in, Dave. You can cut this if you
No,
want
we
to.
can keep it.
Well, I like the story of New Girl. They filmed the pilot with Damon Wayans Jr. in it. And
wow.
then he also did Happy Endings, which actually was a very funny. It only got one season, but it was very funny. And so
Okay.
since he was doing Happy Endings and the New Girl got picked up, after Happy Endings got picked up, they had Coach, or they had the
They were like,
Winston
different
come
black
in.
guy.
And they even say too, they're like, what happened to Coach in the thing? And they go, Coach went to go hang out with his other white friends. I was like, that's hilarious. It's hilarious.
Oh,
So-
wow.
These
Anyway,
things do
keep going.
happen. And I'm not wishing that on Alden Ehrenreich. I just think he's
No.
the wrong person for this role.
Good
If
actor,
you
wrong
watch-
pick for Han.
Exactly. If you watch Oppenheimer, I know it's a small role, so don't kill me on that. But
Weapons.
he's in it. Yeah, he's in Oppenheimer talking to Robert Downey Jr. the whole time, who's a heavy hitter. You know, he's holding his own, and he's great at it. I mean, everybody in Oppenheimer is great, but
Sure.
it's like
yeah.
you're just proving your point, Josh, that he's great as an actor. He's a good actor. He's solid. Just
Yeah.
should have been somebody else.
Weapons, was a huge movie last year. I friggin' loved Weapons, and he has a major part. If you've seen Weapons, you know it's like a vignette of different stories that all kind of intertwine. And his story is one of the main, 5 or 6 stories that all intertwine, where he is a cop who's like in over his head and kind of an imbecile and is struggling to keep
a loose
his
cannon.
fiance that is the chief's daughter. But it's a great story, and he plays the the smarmy kind of skeevy, pain in the ass douche that you don't really like, but you're kind of just wanting to see he plays it well. But he can't do this. We also have Woody Harrelson with fucking hair as Tobias Beckett. That is a wig. That is 100% a wig. It's a
Oh,
good
100%.
wig. It doesn't look like a wig. It looks like thinning hair. Like they didn't overdo it. They made it
Which
thin.
looks, yeah, no, it needed to be thin, yeah, which was great.
Yeah.
A great choice.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I don't even know when fucking Moana comes out, but we filmed
That's
these
what I
very
was
early.
about to say.
Moana
I was
might even be
about
out
to
by now.
talk-
With The Rock with his fucking wig, which again, I've heard the argument made, and I do think is correct. It's not even that it's a bad wig. I'd have to go back and pause and look at it. People are just like, you're just so in shock from seeing The Rock with hair because you haven't seen
That's
it.
exactly what I said to my
That's
wife.
what it
It's
is.
like,
Yeah.
and I saw this thing. I think it was on Twitter, like images of all the movies where he's had hair. It really isn't that. The only two I can think of off the top of my head are the Mummy 2, Get Smart, and I know there's a few others,
Now,
but
how much hair are we saying? Because like the rundown,
That's
it's
what I'm
all
saying.
real.
He got just a little bit.
It's bits. It's not fully shit. If we're not saying fully shit,
like
you got like the
stubble on his head.
rundown. What's that Snitch movie? You got a few, I think. But then, once he goes full
like,
ball,
like
he's
Get
full
Smart,
ball.
Get Smart, it's just really
Get
short.
Smart. Yeah.
So then we get Amelia Clarke as Kira,
Mm-hmm.
hot off her, Queen Mother of Dragons in Game of Thrones. Fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Donald Glover as Lando Calrissian. This
The
dude
best
steals the
casting
show.
choice.
Should have had his own movie. There were talks of
Was
giving him a
supposed to.
spinoff, which absolutely
Should
would
have
have
happened.
happened if this movie had been better received. But Donald Glover as Lando Calrissian, he did what Alden Ehrenreich couldn't do, where he matched the cool and the swagger, because Lando and Han are two of the coolest fucking characters in cinema. And Donald Glover matches that coolness. He specifically said he didn't want to do an impersonation, of Billy D. Or of
Billy D.
Billy D.
Williams.
Williams.
Billy D. Williams. But he watched it a lot to try and understand the performance. And you see that come through. He matches the tone and the delivery, the line delivery. To a T. Fantastic.
He does a fantastic
he
job.
did a great. This is the best thing about the dang
He
movie.
is.
Yeah.
Paul
There is a
Bettany.
few things we're going to talk about, which that's the writing. But sorry.
Yeah, like I didn't dislike this movie at all. Like it was okay, but he was easily the most fun part of it. And I wish there was more of him in it, honestly.
He is the standout.
Paul
Bettany. We get Paul Bettany as Dryden Voss, the villain.
I love
He is
Paul
a great
Bettany.
villain.
He does do a good villain. Yeah.
I got so sad because he talked about like how he's going to give up on acting until he got, I think like MCU or something like that. Like he was having a hard
I think
time.
until
Like, he had
until
Knight's
Jarvis
Tale.
and Iron Man.
Yeah, until he got Jarvis, and I was like, "But you're so good, A Knight's Tale. You're
so good.
hilarious."
Yeah,
you're so
I didn't.
good.
I didn't see A Knight's Tale until way later. It's one of my wife's favorite movies, and he is unbelievably good in that. I love
him and Alan Tudyk together. Fucking hilarious.
best parts of the movie, and it's a great movie.
Yeah.
That's
And
one
then
of
you're
those
missing-
movies that just growing up in the 90s, I just watched it a
shit.
lot. That was just like a VHS entertaining.
Yeah,
I like-
staple.
Yeah.
I liked everything but the weird like golden years dance thing. I was like, "This is weird," but I liked everything else.
Yeah,
I like
but
that
Paul Bettany's amazing though.
sang "We Will Rock You," even though that song didn't come out for a very long time.
That's why I didn't like golden years. Well, Rio Rocky was cool. I'll take that. You're missing one other person who needs credit in this movie.
Who?
Thandie Newton.
Oh yeah, no, I have Thandie Newton.
Okay,
oh, yeah.
I was gonna say if you were done, because she's coming off of Westworld, or I think Westworld was happening at the same time, or maybe just a little bit. It was around
But
that
they
time.
don't give her much to do here.
And
she's
that's
pretty
sin.
quick.
So
Pretty
mad.
fucking quick.
You have that talent and you didn't fucking use it. Oh my god, I was
Yeah.
I got.
Yeah, say what you want about Mission Impossible 2. She is fantastic in that.
Yes. But yeah, like I said, Westworld, she fucking blew up. I feel like she should get way more props and stuff. Oh,
yeah, she's
so
awesome.
good.
Westworld was a good show.
The first couple seasons, yes.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, I didn't watch beyond that. In fact, I don't think I watched beyond season 1, but that one was good.
Season 2 is. Well, I'd like season 2 too, but yeah,
The movie was good. I like Westworld the movie.
like
Crichton.
from forever ago.
Yeah, that it was based on the original movie. Michael Crichton directed that movie too. He didn't just write it; he directed it.
Wasn't it? Was it a book too before that or no?
Yeah, and Yul
Yeah.
Brynner stars as the. That's just
Yul
one
Brynner.
titular. That's just one robot, cowboy robot hunting down
Yeah.
and killing people.
Then they went to dinosaurs and they made more money.
yeah.
So this movie released on May 25th, 2018. Opened number 1 at the box office. So that weekend at the box office, we have number 1, Solo. Number 2, Deadpool 2. Number
Nice.
3,
Yeah.
Avengers Infinity War.
Does not shock me at all.
The fact that
fucking-
we had a Deadpool, a Star Wars, and an Avengers movie all in theaters in the top box office in one fucking weekend, I didn't remember
That's
this.
wild.
Dude, I
And then you
forgot
look
that.
at 4 and 5, and it's Book Club and Life of the Party.
Well, Disney
don't
was
remember those
Mickey
at
Mouse
all.
was just like, I'll take all that.
Give
Give me
it to
more.
me.
Yeah, well, between Solo and Infinity War, and that was before they even got the Fox stuff.
Dude, for real. Well, they were doing. Oh, were they not doing Deadpool yet? No, I guess
No, they didn't.
They still did Last Phoenix, the Phoenix saga after that.
That's
Dark Phoenix,
Dark Phoenix,
and freaking New Mutants.
The best X-Men.
Oh my God,
movies
New Mutants.
We're still yet to come. Those best X-Men movies to close out.
Oof.
Yep.
Remember when New Mutants was like, hey, we have a really cool movie that's going to be horror and X-Men and all this. And then they were like, wait, it's not actually, you're never going to see it for like 3 years. And then like 5 years later, they were like, okay, you can see it. And we were all just like, ew.
Just a disaster.
Why'd you show it to us?
I didn't even want to.
Oh, it's bad.
I got
It
more
was
stuff
bad.
to do.
It was bad. And I was so pumped for it.
Oh no, when you first heard about it, I was like, let's go. But then you're like, what? When they shelved it. I want to watch this stuff, but there's so much better stuff to watch. It's like,
that is
watch
true.
The better stuff.
Quick side note on movies like that. That's how my wife felt about Morbius. She was super excited to see it and wanted it to be really good. I remember.
Is she a Jared Leto fan?
No, not really.
Oh,
but
my wife is. I thought maybe it was a wife thing. My wife's like, Jared Leto's great. And I was like,
I remember the exact moment. I swear to God, her soul left her body when he did that stupid Hulk line. And I just saw her like physically deflate. I'd never seen anything like it before that. It was rough. And she was just so mad the rest of the movie because it was so awful.
I said no to that one.
This may be a hot take. I didn't like Morbius.
It's Morbius time. What are you talking about?
So Solo had a budget of $275 million. It is very suspected that went way above with having to bring in an entirely new director to reshoot the majority of your movie.
Well, doing a movie in 4/5 of a movie.
Yeah. The reported budget is $275. Probably went way over. Box office, $392. That's the total global, $392 million. Which okay, we just did Rogue One, and Tim, that was what, $1 billion? Wasn't that $1 billion movie?
Yeah, I think it was the first $1 billion one that you said. So, if that was trivia, if I remember, because I was drunk.
To go from Rogue One giving you $1 billion to this. Doing 329, domestic was 213. More than likely, this movie lost money or broke even at best. Which is why
no way it made money.
Broke even. I don't know.
Yeah, there's so much in this movie that they were clearly planning to expand on, which we'll get into when we talk through it. Like the pirates at the end, Darth Maul shows up. Fucking Lando, all of these things, they clearly were like, we're going to build more. And then the movie just didn't land the way they wanted to. It failed, essentially, and all of these plans were just squashed. I don't consider the movie a failure as far as a movie goes. I think it leaves a lot to be desired, but I like the movie, Tim. I like the movie. I'm just going to say it. I think it's a good movie.
We talk about box office. The movie made such bad at the box office, it killed Kenobi. It killed all the standalone movies that they were going to do.
How not a failure as far as the story, as far as the movie.
How is that not a failure? It failed to fucking do what it's supposed to do. That's a failure. I don't think this bike's a failure. It's got no tires, Josh. It's not a fucking bike.
They don't use tires. They have hovercrafts.
Yeah,
so that's already
well, it doesn't hover. The hover ain't hovering, okay?
Oh, man.
It killed movie Kenobi. It killed all kinds of standalone movies that they were going to do. Granted, I didn't think the plan was a good plan. I don't think having Star Wars be this event where every December, or they were trying to do, we're going to have something from the Skywalker saga and then standalones, like, that was never a good idea. You're rushing stuff that's not going to be ready, which is probably why they rushed this when they were like, well, we can't change the casting now.
So these two movies were called blank, a Star Wars story, colon, a Star Wars story. Rogue One and Solo. Yeah. Solo. Yeah. I don't think we're getting another colon, a Star Wars story. I think
because it killed it, Josh.
We were trying to do this. Like, what's the the fucking airplane fighter one that we're getting with Ryan Gosling?
Starfighter.
Starfighter.
Starfighter. I don't think that's like Starfighter colon a Star Wars story. I think
it's Star Wars colon Starfighter.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Because Solo killed the colon after. Now they go to colon before.
Solo killed the colon.
I won't lie.
Leave
Me
him alone,
personally,
he's dead.
I'm actually really excited for Starfighter. I think it's gonna be.
Oh
awesome.
yeah, it's gonna be fucking awesome. Oh, dude, I'm
should
so
be
pumped.
dope.
Let's go. It's
Yeah.
gonna be good.
So the tagline for this movie: "Never tell him the odds." Solid. It's a great tagline. They take
it works.
his quote from the movie and they say, "Don't do it. Don't do the
And-
quote."
And you know what? Apparently the script also knew never to tell him the odds because they never fucking mentioned anything about odds like once.
Yeah.
in
No,
this
I
movie.
think it does come up. I think he says it.
No.
I recall him saying it. I recall him
When?
saying, I'm almost positive he says, "Don't tell me the odds" during the
Nope.
movie.
Nope.
I'm almost positive it comes
You
up.
could. That's fine. You could be
You're
almost
gonna make
wrong
me watch
too.
the movie again and come back to say that I was right.
I won't wish that upon my worst enemy. To make
Tim, it's a
you
good
watch
movie.
the movie again. We're gonna. No, apparently
Richard,
not.
break the
That's
tie.
not what the market
Does he say
says.
something about odds? Does he ever say anything as odd?
I see
or
Richard
anything?
looking it up. Richard's looking
Yeah.
it up.
Yeah, I've got that he doesn't. But
I think it comes up. Somewhere they talk about the odds.
Nope.
In this movie,
No, they
they say
don't.
something about odds.
well,
No,
the
we're
one
not
Evens.
the one
Not
that I
even-
the one that I remember popping up, which I just kind of chuckled at, was he said, "I have a really good feeling about this,"
Yes,
I do
he said
remember that.
Which-
I remember that.
which
Which
I
is-
thought was pretty comical.
Well, it's funny because Han is the first one to say, "I have a bad feeling about this," and it's all Star Wars,
Right? Yeah,
if
and
I
then it's
remember correctly.
and then it's all Obi-Wan in the originals.
And then so and then I think Luke says it. Does Luke say in Dagobah, "I got a bad feeling about this"? Or he says somewhere else?
Whether he says it or not, it's a good tagline.
No, no. You're absolutely right. I'm sorry.
yeah,
yes,
no, it is a good tagline. Yeah,
Yes, for the character, for what's going on. Yes, over.
It's short, it's sweet, it gives you kind of an idea about the character and the tone of what they're going for. Awards
Ties back to the originals.
nominations. It did get an Oscar nom for Best VFX. Lost
okay.
to First Man, Ryan Gosling. Before Star Wars. But he was still
Before
in space.
Star Wars.
He was still in space.
That is funny.
You know what? I love
What?
Damien Chazelle. I love Ryan Gosling. I do not love First Man.
First Man was interesting.
Yeah. You know, my hot take, I didn't love La La Land, weirdly enough.
I haven't seen it either.
I thought it was
No, La La Land's
okay.
good.
I thought it was okay, but that's one where I don't see like the hype around it. I mean, I respect it. Singing was great, production, everything, but just didn't land with me.
I remember reading
So when
somewhere
they
that,
announced La La Land
okay.
as the winner of the Oscar, but then they were like, "Never mind, psych," you were like, "Yeah, take that." You didn't
I was
win.
like, maybe not that far, but I was like, oh, okay, all right,
that was so funny.
yeah,
I remember I think the kids of Neil Armstrong were like, yeah, he played it pretty much like our dad used to be. So I was like,
That's cool.
That's what they say, but you know what?
good
It
we
was
get that seal of
dope.
approval.
Yeah, it's like that doesn't mean it's still
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm excited to get the seal of approval, but yeah,
yeah.
This movie has a runtime of 2 hours and 17 minutes, and it shouldn't. That's too
No.
fucking
Yeah.
long for this movie.
that shocked me. Yeah,
Too long.
When I went to throw this on, I was like, okay, this one's probably what, hour 45, hour 50 max?
yeah. I was thinking
No.
2 tops.
We got 30 minutes over that. 2 hours and 20 minutes almost. Get out of here. Forget about it.
Thank you. Yeah, forget about it. Forget about this movie because everybody else has. I would. Yeah,
Tim, though,
never mind. This
You
was
ready
this
to
was
talk
the-
about the movie, Tim?
Yeah, usually we're around 20 minutes in. This is 33 minutes in. Yeah, this
We
was
had,
the movie
we had a lot of above ground shit to talk about.
I've been, I used to rank people's intelligence about if they like Star Wars, this Star Wars movie Solo. I'd be like, well, it's because you're a fucking moron. And then I was told I was gatekeeping, and I didn't know what that meant. And they were like, that means that I'm
Right.
Oh, so
gatekeeping.
we're the
So I try
morons,
not-
but you don't even know what gatekeeping means. Okay.
No, oh yeah, that's fine. It was new when it came out. That turn of phrase. And I'm old,
Right.
and I don't give a fuck anymore.
Nobody had ever kept a gate before? Ever?
No, they don't keep it. Do you even know what gatekeeping means in this kind of
Yeah.
thing? Like,
I collect gates. I got some gates.
That's not what it means. It means like, if you don't like something, you're like telling people that they're stupid because they don't like it or like it. So I try not to do that anymore.
Oh yeah, that sounds like Timbo.
I try not. It does sound like me very much. I try not to do that anymore. I try to be better. Like if you like it and you're happy with Solo, I will preface that right now at the top. It's the whole point of this.
Yeah.
I'm happy for you. If you like the movie
Good
and it
for
brings you joy, then I'm happy. On the other side, this fucking movie. What do you want to start, Josh? I got a whole page of notes.
Proxima, because she's like a big centipede.
This is the dumbest fucking shit I've ever seen. Why? And then she hates the fucking light. Like she's a damn centipede vampire that lives down under the sea in Bikini fucking Bottom.
Tim, have you ever met my wife? Not a vampire, but a ginger. She would react that way if I put sun on her.
That is very true. You're true. So anyway, so you have this scene of Han. Apparently, he's already got his lucky dice. Strike one. Oh, let's talk. Okay, before we even get to that, let's talk about something we talked about last time.
Let him cook, Richard.
Let him cook.
Let him cook.
Rogue One, we noted, Josh, that they didn't have an opening scroll. The first Star Wars movie didn't have an opening scroll. Why? It's doing right into the action. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Bam! Planet, space. Okay, what are we getting into? This one was so bad, they had to tell us what the fuck was going on. In Star Wars, you either do a scroll or you don't do a scroll. You don't do shitty fucking lettering. I knew right off the bat I was going to hate this fucking movie. And then they went to this fucking thing. What's the first couple things? His lucky dice. If you go to the Legends, okay, which all of us have decided was already canon before it not became canon, Han won the dice. Han won the Millennium Falcon because of his lucky dice. He had the dice. He won the Falcon. He took the dice. He got him gold. He put a chain and he put it over his rearview mirror like anybody else would who rides in hot rods and shit like that. Because we all know Lucas has a hot rod because of American Graffiti. But I digress. He already has it. They never really explain it. They don't really talk about it. But he just fucking has his lucky dice. And that's it. Sin one.
You wanted the dice explained as much as his name?
Because that's a great the dice to be what the dice was supposed to be. The dice was supposed to be the reason why he won the Millennium fucking Falcon. That's the whole point of the Hans fucking dice. It's called Hans Lucky Dice for a reason, and it has been for fucking years.
Who calls it that?
It's always been that. You would play little games and they would say Hans Lucky Dice. You had the like Star Wars games. There was card games with cards and were fucking Hans Lucky Dice. Like, what are we talking about here? It was in the original fucking Star Wars. It's in the thing and on the thing. It's always been there since day one.
Richard, what did you think of the
what do you think?
Vampire?
I mean, it just
gangster.
It didn't really do a lot. I mean, I didn't think it was like awful, but I didn't think it was like necessarily good either. Like, I mean,
yeah,
I thought it was neat.
Yeah,
you fucking neat piece of shit. You say neat all the time. This is the one time that we do get a little bit of Han Solo / Harrison Ford finger pointing, because Harrison Ford always does the finger. Whatever movie he's in, he's always, you listen to me, Jabba. Like, I got.
There's a lot of finger pointing.
There's always a lot of finger pointing, and this is the one time Aaron Eckhart. Is it Eckhart?
I didn't kill my
Aaron Reich.
I want to call him Eckhart.
I don't care.
I don't care. Yeah, I want to call him Eckhart. Eckhart, think about the future from Batman. But this is the one time he does the finger point. This is like the one and only time. And I was like,
yeah.
Anyway, keep going. Sorry, Richard.
No, you're good. That was about it on that one.
I do like that we see Han kind of fighting for the Empire, kind of forced into this, but that's never explored and never talked about in any other movie. So then it just kind of feels a little random.
All right, no, it's not. It's not random. Okay,
oh, Jesus
so
Christ. I've unleashed something.
This is the Timbo. This is the Timbo episode.
Okay, so the lore. Okay, so I don't.
Are you pro war, Tim?
So Han,
Tim, are you pro war?
Am I pro? Depends on what kind of war we're talking about. War nutrition? War of the roses? What are we talking about here? Anyway, so yes. So there has been a backstory that started with Han when they were in the Falcon. And I think it was the Empire. And they're stuck to the back of that Star Destroyer. Han's like, yo, they always jump the Imperials always let go of their trash before they jump to hyperspace. So we're going to wait for that to happen and they'll leave and we'll just float away. They're like, how did Han know that? And all the fans were like, how did they fucking know that? Well, it's because Han was an Imperial officer in the fucking, in the Navy, the fucking Imperial Navy. So, we knew he was in that because he fucking was.
Space.
That's just what they call it. But yeah, so he had to be in this, but the way they had him was terrible. But yes, no, he was.
Okay,
Sorry.
You want to talk what's terrible? I know we're jumping scene.
We don't have to jump
A
scene.
scene that could have been fantastic and that was almost fantastic.
The movie?
And then they kind of ruined it. Han meeting Chewie. It's a great scene. Up until Han starts talking Wookiee.
Thank you!
And we see a side of Chewie that we'd never seen before. He's feral. He's violent. He's about to fucking drown Han in mud.
Yeah, that was
You
pretty
give
great.
me looks, Tim. You always give me looks.
I'm not, no. Everything you're saying is fine. He also looks like a guy in a fucking suit because the mud looked terrible on Chewie. It looked so
I'm okay
gross
with
on him.
wet-looking, muddy human Chewie in a suit.
He
That didn't bother me.
Awful. And then
No.
no one does that in the Star Wars universe. No one. We do that in the real universe, in our universe.
We've
No one
never
does
seen a
what?
human.
You
We've never seen a
fucking
human
do that.
speak Wookiee.
Yeah. No. I'm with you, Josh. When you said that Han, I'm saying I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
because the thing is, Han in every other movie before this, which takes place after this, talks to Chewie in English.
yeah, and he understands him.
That's it.
Yep. That's it.
So for Han to just be like, it looked ridiculous. It sounded ridiculous.
The funny
It
thing
was
is,
a ridiculous moment.
what if that's one of the few things from Miller and Lord they left in because it's kind of comical? That would be hilarious.
But you know what? They could have pulled it off because their tone would have been different up until
Maybe,
this point.
yeah, okay.
The
Yeah.
movie did not meet this.
Right.
And I don't agree with it and I don't like it because
No, that's not good.
it just feels
Yeah.
so random because it's a pretty tense scene. Like we have a cool scene of Chewie like smashing Han through like fucking wooden beams, throwing him around. He's about to drown him in fucking mud. Like that's dark. And he's just
Supposed
like,
to be.
I'm a monster. And this guy's just like, and okay, even if he's actually speaking Wookiee, somebody just speaking your language, that is equivalent to
If you
why did you say that name? To a giant fight coming to an end over a single piece of dialogue.
I never
It
thought about
doesn't
that, but
happen.
yeah.
Josh, thank you. Did you have that pre-planned? Because as you were
No,
talking,
that literally
I was
just came to me when I was just
Dude,
like,
me
you
too.
end the
As,
fight over one word.
as you were
Oh my-
talking, I was like, this is the Martha. It gave the same Martha vibes. Same vibes.
Wow.
Why'd you
It just
say that?
came to me.
Which is also ironic
Why'd you say
because
that, babe?
Deadpool 2, which was out at the same time, had that part was, you're right, I was fighting a caped badass, but then I found out his mom was named Martha too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Deadpool. What won't you say?
Deadpool.
And I don't hate Batman v Superman either. I know Tim
I do.
does. I know Tim
I'm not. I'm more with Timbo.
We also covered
I think
that
there is
on
some.
the movie
I think there is some awesome stuff in it, but it's just surrounded by a lot of crap.
But that scene is equivalent to this scene where, yeah, a big
It so
fight
is. I didn't think it was
comes to an end just so abruptly over a piece of dialogue. And then from that moment on, it's like Han and Chewie are best friends. Like out of nowhere.
Like just
and
like
that's
that.
not how it's supposed to happen.
They
Because there's the
never
life
do
debt
anything
angle.
To explore their bond, to try and showcase how they become close. It's just like he spoke Wookiee to him once while he was about to be murdered by him, and now they are the best of friends who trust each other out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah, because have you heard of the life debt thing? Lore?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Josh, you know what we're talking about?
I know,
I do vaguely remember. Yeah,
but
Yeah. If
I
in
know,
case you
but
don't,
somebody else might not know. So you tell them.
yeah, I'll tell them. I'll tell them. They're listening. The whole point is that like Han saved Chewie's life, and
Right,
so there was
I
this
know.
like
Yeah.
life debt to it. So a lot of people in this movie were like, "Oh, well, that's when they're doing the train robbery, and like that's when Han like reached out and saved Chewie, and that was the life debt." But it's like, was it? Was it not? You know,
Yeah.
like they never really established that was a thing. So I don't think you can say in this movie there ever was that life debt. If you wanted to go that angle, obviously they're going to go do what they want to do. But like that was the whole point of them getting together. That Han saved Chewie. I forgot exactly how they described it. And And that was the whole point of them partnering up because Chewie was now indebted to him. Because King Louis was now, because he looks terrible in that fucking costume. He's an orangutan.
I like the costume.
I like King Louis.
Now, you're talking
Hold on,
about...
real quick. I'm going to interrupt you, Josh.
Oh?
I finished the red, which, if you notice, I've drank. It was very delicious. I am now going to move on to your rice one.
Oh, the rice one. I drink it all.
The rice one. I'm going for it.
Now, you talk about the fucking train scene. For me, that's when this movie takes a turning point. That's when this movie starts to come alive a little bit and becomes much better. Although we didn't talk about, we have to discuss it because I talked about it at the intro right beforehand.
Yeah.
When Solo gets his name, Han is, this was when he was enlisting, or he was just trying to walk through.
Yeah. So
was trying to get on the train. Yeah.
Yeah. So what happened was Han was indebted to the vampire glowworm, and him and Karai, Mother of Dragons, were trying to escape. So they're escaping on a speeder, or the land speeder, all that shit, and he's got his lucky dice. And then they in order to get away, they're at a bus depot, essentially trying to get away. They try to bribe out of there, and as they kind of were going through TSA, it doesn't work. The gates close. The bomb sniffing dogs find them.
You know what though? That woman they were trying to bribe, I'd look at her. I wouldn't trust her. I don't know why.
Yeah, no, because she's an imperial officer. Why would you ever trust any of them?
She had a stern look. She had a stern look, disapproving.
Well,
yeah, because she's trying to Lynch. I don't like it.
That's funny. So anyway, so they part ways because a gate closed on him, and she's like, "Run!" And Han's like, "I love you forever," for some fucking stupid reason.
I love you for a few years till I forget about you and move on.
Yeah, it's only been 3 years, and apparently, whatever, it doesn't matter. Anyway, so he's trying to get away, and he sees, "Join now. You too can be a super soldier in the United States Army." Oh, sorry, this is the wrong movie. That's Captain America. So then he goes to enlist. And the guy's like, "Who's your Han? What?" And he's like, "Han, I don't. What's your people? Yeah, who's your clan? Who's your people?" And he's like, "I'm all by myself." And then Solo. It should have been Han, lonely bitch, is what he should have put for his last name.
But what made it so good was the way they put such a slow emphasis on it, and the camera almost like pans in. He's like, "You're alone." And it slowly comes in like this is so impactful. Like we don't know what his fucking name is from decades of knowing Star Wars, and he's like, Han Solo.
Yeah.
And
he's just Han Solo now.
I'm gonna say one thing. I'm gonna give it to Richard because I keep talking.
Yeah, no, you're good.
And this is my theme throughout this whole movie. This is why, Josh, I sent you that monologue, Jeff Goldblum from Jurassic Park, when he's like, you just patent it, you did this, you did it, you stand with great men, the shoulders of great men. In this movie, Han Solo never earned anything that made him his character in the movies. Everything was given to him. Everything, even Falcon his last card game name. That I didn't Let's understand. Not talk. We're going to talk card game. I know you don't understand. We're going to talk about that also. But like every significant thing that made Han Solo, his blaster, his last name. Yeah, I'm going to say even the Falcon was just like given to him. So
yeah,
I'm going to bring that up a lot. And I know, dude, we're 40 minutes in. This episode might be 2 hours fucking long. So
Richard, I will say on that point, it did feel like it was just a lot of the stuff that made Han was very much just like a plot convenience thing. Like it was in the script because it kind of needed to be, but yeah, we didn't really get a time. I mean, like I know you couldn't have done all of it. I mean, maybe you could have, but like it just didn't feel like it actually had any impact on like what people either were expecting or just like what the character deserves after being around for so long.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with you. Yes.
Yeah.
So what I was saying about the heist is I think that's where the movie starts to actually take a turn. I think from that point on, the movie is significantly better than it is in the opening moments. Not even that the heist is super great, but this is when he's teaming up with Han or teaming up with Woody. He's teaming up with, Fandy Newton.
Yeah.
And they're going on this little heist to steal coaxium off of this train. There's an alien there voiced by Jon Favreau. I didn't realize that the little four-armed
Was
little
that John
pilot.
Yeah.
Favreau? Really?
John
It didn't click with me until like I can't remember what specific line it was, but there was a line where it clicked with me like, oh, that's John Favreau.
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't know that till I looked at the credits because I was looking for somebody else. But oh my god, I'm sitting here right now. I did not know that was John Favreau.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Don't admit that, Tim. That's embarrassing.
Yeah.
So that whole scene, I think,
I'll drink
is
it.
pretty good, and I think that's when we kind of, that's when they fucking kill off Andy Newton, who they shouldn't have. But that's when things kind of take a turn.
And they kill off Favreau.
They kill off pretty much everybody in the team except for, Chewie, Han, and fucking Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson. Yeah.
Okay, so
Yes.
it's a great idea until the
What,
ending.
heist?
Until the ending, when they spoil it and you realize they got killed off by children. Children. It was fucking children.
Yeah, but they don't spoil that here. They spoil that later.
No, they don't. I'm saying at the ending, and then you realize they got fucking killed off. These professional fucking smugglers got taken out by a fucking after-school club.
Okay,
like,
but
what
these
the fuck are we
children
talking about?
were
What are we
like-
talking about here?
Lost Boys level, Peter Pan is my leader, I can take on Captain Hook level, like shit.
Bad form, Peter. That's all
It's
I say.
Erin Kellyman. Okay, we're skipping ahead, but Erin Kellyman, who we just talked about on the Bone Temple, because she is one of the,
Yeah, but no, you're saying
she's one of the, what are they?
the
What are
Jimmies.
they all called?
The Jimmies.
Jimmy. She's one of the
Yeah.
Jimmies.
But I always know her from Captain America, not Captain America.
Falcon Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
Yes, thank you.
Falcon Winter
Yeah.
Soldier.
Yeah.
But she is one of the Jimmies.
She's
in the Bone
great.
Temple.
Yeah, she's a great Jimmy in the Bowl. She's
Okay.
one of the best things of the Bone Temple, I think. She's a
So,
great actress.
since you referred to them as children, let me bring this up.
Yes.
They are all unmasking and they are children, and then Warwick Davis is one of them. Is he meant to be a child?
I feel like
Because he is not
No.
a child, he's just a
no,
little
he's not.
person.
He's not a child, and I wouldn't
No.
say that he's a child. But I'm saying that the leader of them is a child who then
No,
had a
I
whole
get it,
fight
but
scene
I had
with
the
Woody
question
Harrelson on
when I
top of a
watched it. I
fucking
was like-
train, and Woody Harrelson couldn't fucking do anything. No, I think Warwick Davis is in it because he was in Star Wars the original trilogy, and as a
He's
child,
been
he
in
was a
so
child
much
in
Star
there.
Wars. So
Oh, yeah.
Warwick Davis, he plays
Where
one
else
of the
was
pirates.
Star Wars?
Huh?
Besides,
He's in Phantom Menace.
He has.
Yeah, he's in
More-
the he's got a cameo in the pod racing scene in the audience.
When I looked up his
Oh,
Star Wars
yeah.
roles, he is in costume as an alien or just in the background in like 18 different like scenes of
Oh, really?
different Star Wars
Really?
movies.
wow.
He's constantly in
Dude,
Star Wars.
I've
Yeah.
seen him in
Most of
person.
them are not significant roles. They're just like
So
this.
cool.
Yeah.
He just unmasks.
Oh yeah, I have
Yeah.
a picture. I have a picture with him from about a year ago. Nice
Yeah.
dude.
Oh,
I saw him and his family. Oh, dude, so cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a fan of Warwick Davis, and that's why I'm not upset. Like he's dope as a person. So
Yeah, he's great.
Speaking of other cameos, Ron Howard's brother, who
in every
is
one of his movies,
always
Oh.
popping up in a Ron Howard movie, and I always think of him because he has, how to say this politely, a distinct face, a very
Sure.
distinct look.
yes,
And
Yeah.
I remember he pops up in The Water Boy, and he is like gripping his hat, and he's like, "I am not what you would call a handsome man." And anytime I see him, that's
You
like
think
the
of that.
line that I think.
yeah.
So as
We
I'm
don't-
watching it, like with my wife, I was like, "Oh, that's Ron Howard.
Okay.
That's the director's brother."
You know what's
Yeah.
really nice about Clint Howard? The MTV like music. I think the MTV Movie Video Awards when that was.
You're
a
always trying to bring up
huge
the
thing.
MTV Music Video Awards.
I'm
Oh.
always trying to in every single episode. I'm trying to work my way in there. They give like lifetime appreciation to all these different like random characters. They gave it to Chewbacca. They gave it to like Michael Myers. But when they gave it to Clint Howard and they did this whole big thing, like he was like so appreciative about it and like such well received
yeah.
that MTV.
That's cool.
No, but MTV was like, well, we can't like fuck around anymore with it. So they for the long, I don't know if they do now. 'cause
Oh
I
yeah,
stopped
they
watching
just
it.
had to give it.
They
had to be
stopped giving it
sincere with
away.
it.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
they were like, fuck, they're having a good time, but like they did such a good job, like Clint, like trying to make it like Clint Eastwood, but it was like Clint Howard, and then they were like, yeah, we haven't given it to anybody since because it was just too like it's Clint Howard, like he's so good,
That's him.
underrated,
Yeah.
underrated, I'll say.
He is, and I was glad to see him. Now, we didn't talk about. Okay, we talked about Chewie being like we've never seen him before. He literally rips a dude's arms off in this movie.
Well, yeah, we see the aftermath of it. Yeah, that was the whole point.
Yeah, they're fucking gone. And then at the end, Chewie finds his people. He finds other Wookiees, but he chooses to stay with Han. And this is again where I'm saying that's not earned. We haven't earned this yet.
But you're skipping over Han. You're skipping over a lot of stuff.
I know, but
okay, yeah, yeah. No, I'm with you with that.
No,
yeah,
if there's another point you want to make, bring it up. I'm not trying to skip you, bro.
I got so many fucking points. This is the one time I want you to go fucking frame by frame with this movie, and I want to fucking ream it.
Tim, you choose. You pick what you want to speak on.
So we talked about Solo. Richard, did you ever say what your opinion was about him getting his last name? I know I kind of said like things need to be earned.
Yeah, no,
I kind of just did rant for a while. I'm gonna go pee. You guys keep going.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Okay.
It felt very, very convenient. Let's say.
And it wasn't like a cool way of even doing it. So like, okay, then we go from there, and then we go into him joining the Imperial, which was a thing. You know that. Me and you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Josh, if you see this part of the edit, you got a Star Wars tattoo. I don't. But what the fuck, bro? Learn your lore anyway. And I'm not even the best Star Wars guy out there. There's so many people that will fucking own me because I'm going to say some shit, and in the comments, they're going to be like, that's not how you play Sabacc, you know?
Right.
So you have that.
Mm-hmm.
Why would he, this is my biggest thing, is like, when he sees Beckett, who's the captain, fake captain, and Danny Newton and the other guy, I forgot his name, pretending to be Imperial soldiers, and they're like, well, who's the ranking officer? You are. That's actually, I thought that was pretty fucking funny, because like you had this team of guys that we all clearly know are not who they say they are, and they're trying to do a fucking Ocean's 11 shit, and then they just happen to be like, oh, I'm the fucking captain, okay, and then they're all like, okay, captain, what do you think? And he's like, well, I guess you guys are gonna go that way, we're gonna go this way, and hopefully have some fucking luck, you know,
like just totally pulling it out of their ass.
Yeah. Josh, I was saying a scene I actually liked about this film. You want to hear it?
No, you did not.
I did. I was telling Richard. Richard.
He did.
Well, you don't have to repeat it. That's okay.
But Josh, what'd you think of the team of Woody Harrelson, Danny Newton, and Jon Favreau pretending to be part of the Imperial officer, Imperial? You hated that, and he pretended, and the guy was like, and he goes, "Oh, the one thing I liked."
I hated the scene you liked.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I like that. I like that joke. I thought that joke was funny, where they're like, "Who's the commanding officer?" And Han's like, "You are, Captain." And he's like, okay, we go storm the castle. But that was even so weirdly done that they're fighting, but they're like not fighting and all that shit. And
you just think it was weird because Woody Harrelson had hair.
No, I actually liked his hair. It didn't throw me off. I just didn't understand why Han kept going back to them, even though they kept fucking him over. I mean, maybe it was the only reason why he could get out of what he was in. And I could buy that and I get that. But it's also like he was so adamant about it too. Like he wasn't going to try to double cross him. Like Han was never a schemer smuggler in this. He was actually very fucking bad at his job. And to talk about that fucking train scene, which should have been like a dope, like homage to like old timey westerny feel. Because this movie should have been what Mandalorian is and was when you first saw it.
I'm saying what Mandalorian was at the start, maybe.
Yeah, at the start, there's this old-time Western gunslinger kind of a thing. That's what this movie should have been. They should have got a person who knew how to they should have got like Clint Eastwood to direct it instead of Ron Howard. You know what I mean? So like that whole train sequence, this homage to like back in the day, like the Cowboys.
Scott Eastwood, I think, auditioned.
Scotty. This is another one of those. I thought Scott Eastwood would have been great as Han Solo if he was a better actor. I'm not saying Scott Eastwood is a bad actor. I just don't know if he can hold a movie. But he has such the fucking look that,
I don't think he's got the look.
No, he has this chiseled jaw.
His look is too stern, narrowed,
No, but I mean like that old Western-y. like he looks like his dad, but his dad is Western, so you gotta have that. Like Damon Wayans Jr. is so much of his dad. Because I love Damon Wayans back in the 90s, like with Mo Money.
John David Washington and Denzel.
Yes, those are like, I wouldn't say nepo babies, but because they're so good. It's like I'm so happy that we have a next generation of talented
Lewis
people.
Pullman and Bill Pullman.
Yes, same thing. But I feel like Scott Eastwood isn't.
I saw
hate to
that
say
once
it.
in movies.
Scott Eastwood is really good in like Suicide Squad. He's really good in bit player roles, but like being a leading man, I don't know if he's there yet. You know what I mean? So like I would have loved him for this because I was saying he would be a great Han Solo if he could fucking do it. We never even talked about the guy who had a great Harrison Ford impersonation and even played a younger Harrison Ford in a different movie, and they all said fuck that guy. But yeah, but anyway, so like in that train scene, when Han Solo, not only when everybody dies, right? The Jon Favreau gets shot up, and then Thandie Newton blows herself up, and it's just Han and Chewie and Woody Harrelson, and the only thing they have is the fucking score, and Han fucking drops it. I was like, what's stopping Woody Harrelson from putting a fucking blaster to his head and shooting his fucking face off? Because Woody Harrelson, the night before during the campfire, I know, but during the campfire scene, once again, a very homage to old westerns, a campfire scene where they're all sharing tales of love and this and that. They love it. They eat beans and they fart. I've seen Mel Brooks. Like, Woody Harrelson talked about.
Thinking that.
Thank you. Woody Harrelson was talking about how he's gonna like be with his love because that thing to do was his love, and they're gonna learn the harpsichord and be all this shit and all this other shit. It's like Han is the reason why you're stuck being this guy. Your whole fucking crew got killed, and you didn't even get the fucking loot to at least somewhat have something of it, and it fucking blows up. Like, why are you not killing this fucking guy? And of course, during that campfire fucking scene, which I forgot, I'm glad I remembered. Han gets his like iconic blaster, but they don't ever like show it. They like Woody Harrelson the whole time is kind of taking part a long rifle and then just tosses Han gingerly his fucking iconic blaster.
I did not even realize that was Han getting his blaster.
That's what I'm talking about. And then so like there's no hero moment with the blaster. Like you just like this is his fucking blaster. Like how do you fucking Richard?
Listen, you can buy guns at Walmart. Maybe he just bought his fucking blaster at Space Walmart.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not that deep, bro.
There's moments where you need to have that. We're like in Rogue One. We're in the Force Awakens. I'll talk about it later. Richard, you talk.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
But no, it's funny thinking more about it, thinking more about what you were saying. I don't disagree that like I think it felt like a lot of this stuff was just like rushed through, or not even skipped over, but just so rushed through that it like didn't actually have the impact that it was supposed to. Like,
yeah. Like the music didn't swell and like I'm not saying everything has to be something, but like his blaster.
But at least one of those moments.
Some of those, even like in Force Awakens when it was so stupid that the lightsaber was calling to Rey, which is dumb because lightsabers aren't wand from Harry Potter. They don't choose you. They're just fucking lightsabers. And we went through like 3 movies in the prequels of like Force. Anakin and Obi-Wan like losing lightsabers left and right and just having new ones. So it's like fuck off with that shit. The crystal calls. Okay, Star Wars fans, don't fuck with me. The crystal calls to them, and they make a bind, and then they do the truth with color. I get all that shit, but like a fucking lightsaber, like, eat a dick. Anyway, Josh.
Yeah, I had a thought, and so much time passed that I had.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Richard. This is gonna be a late night. I'm fucking fired up.
No. We're moving along because I'm gonna keep us.
Yes,
going.
keep us. You have to keep us on
droids.
Track, yeah.
Last episode, we did a ranking of droids. We have not once talked about L3, which I think goes to tell you she ain't very high in the rankings. I'm not putting L3 in the top rankings, and I don't even have anything against the character as a whole. Just not a memorable or strong droid character. Following, we have seen fantastic droid characters. There were
moments with L3 I think that worked, but as a whole it didn't land like other like I mean I like how R2D2 and C3PO have landed over the years. Like it was she was no R2 or 3PO. She was no
K2SO. I mean, let's just talk about K2SO.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Or Chopper from Ahsoka and the Clone Wars.
Chopper. But yeah, exactly. Like
in the last episode we were like K2SO is like one of the top droids, I think, in the Star Wars rankings. He was fantastic.
He was fantastic. And then when he died, you actually gave a fuck. Like
it had a real
impact. You were
sad.
Yeah. When I
wasn't sad about L3, and then they stuck her on the ship. I was like, that's weird. Now she's a fucking ship. She's a boat.
I was so mad. I was like, oh,
why
so
is
now
she
she's part of the Falcon?
Why is she the Millennium Falcon?
She's the navigational computer of the Millennium Falcon, so you just rewrite fucking canon just to fit your fucking narrative. Oh, so mad!
And you know what else? I don't like when they call it the Falcon.
I hate
Falcon.
I hate the debate about that between Falcon or Falcon. That is annoying. You know what else? The entire time.
They call him Han a lot. They call him Han. I don't like that either.
Richard, he knows what I'm talking. Richard, you can explain this. Thank you.
They address it like Han corrects Lando when he calls him Han the first time, because Billy D. Williams just went back and forth the entire original trilogy.
Well, Billy D. Williams was so funny. It's like, Han, nobody, don't let me down. Yeah. No, they had. If Lando didn't call him Han or Han, it would have been weird. It would have been weird. He has to call him Han.
Yeah.
He has to.
So
he has to.
We get the infamous Kessel Run.
Right.
Tim, you've already been on a fucking rant about everything else.
No, Richard goes.
What did you think of the Kessel Run? Do you think they did a good job bringing the Kessel Run to life?
It was okay. I didn't hate it per se, but it was kind of funny that like the whole rounding down thing to 12. But by the end, of course, that was really like we'll just round
Aaron Wright, not a very funny person. We've come to see. He's not good at joke delivery, but he does make a joke.
Yeah,
what's later?
There's not a ton of jokes in this one, but no, I mean it was okay. Not like I don't think it was as memorable as it should have been, considering it's been talked about since episode 4. But yeah.
Here's a hot take. This is a genuinely hot take.
Okay.
I think, because I was like, if I were to rewrite Solo, what would I do? I think that it would have been interesting if instead of Han being a part of the Kessel Run, because in A New Hope, he never says that he made the Kessel Run in under 12 parsecs. He said it's the Millennium Falcon. It made the Kessel Run under 12 parsecs.
Oh, yeah,
and
the ship made the Kessel. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the ship did it, not Han. Is how I read that or listened to that, because in my mind,
because L3 could control it because she's a robot.
First of all, I hate you. Second of all, don't ever interrupt me. Anyway, no. I like so in my weird mind of like because I love Han Solo as a character. He's a dude who would love the vanity. He would love that vanity, that gravitas of like, I fucking did that. Like, what do you mean? So I love the idea, and I know in lore and it's different, but I love the idea of like, if Han knew or saw, they saw the ship make the Kessel Run, almost as if it was like a betting like NASCAR ship. I know it's a smuggler's run to get away from Imperials, but it was almost, I think it'd be really cool if he knew the Falcon did that. And then was like, well, we need a fast ship. I know a fast ship. It made the Kessel Run under 12 parsecs. Lando Calrissian. And they find out later that Lando owns that ship. So, I thought that would have been kind of cool to have it like that.
Yeah.
Instead of Han's the one who did it. Because I feel like then he would have said.
And then Han has to, stroke Lando off to get it.
Yeah.
Well, he's supposed to, play cards. So the Kessel Run, I don't like the beginning, but I think later it starts when Chewie sits in the co-pilot and that's one of the few moments I think they did I won't say right, but they gave Chewie, they did well. And they gave Chewie his props because when he sat down,
too muddy.
No, he was there's sans mud. There's no mud. So he looked good. But when Karai sat first in the co-pilot, he's like, I need a co-pilot. And she sat down. I was like, what is this bitch doing in Chewie's fucking chair? And then we watched Chewie sit behind her. Dude, I was like, what is happening? Because I feel like it could have been better and more emotional. But then when she didn't know what she's doing and Chewie's doing it, he's like, and they switched. And the Chewie sat down. I was like, let's fucking go. Let's do this shit. And I feel like it got better.
Go ahead.
It's something I like. I feel like it got better, and then there was that classic music that I always remember from Shadows of the Empire, the video game. The they started playing that. I was like, okay, that's fucking cool.
Yeah.
But
okay,
overall,
video game music. Okay.
Yeah. It's funny. That's one of my other semi complaints about this movie is that there were like moments where like the classic Star Wars score came in, but the general score of it all, I mean, like being like I graduated from music school, so I love thinking about that kind of stuff. The score didn't impact the movie as much as Star Wars movies technically do by the scores.
Right,
I think just because the originals, like I'm not saying it has to be like all the original scores and everything, because I think I don't mind that it's different, but I don't think the score made as much of an impact as it should have, considering it's a Star Wars movie.
Well, I mean, on your point, you look at the new Superman, which I like the new James Gunn Superman.
Yeah, totally.
I love the new Superman.
The score was there, but like he did something new with it. So there's nothing wrong with having that.
The classic theme was like was there that everybody knows, but he worked in new stuff along with it that was still memorable.
So Richard, I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to cut off Josh because I don't like listening to Josh. Actually, you know what? No, I'm going to talk to Richard.
Okay.
Wait.
The first time seeing the Millennium Falcon, and then we'll go to Josh. Richard first, because Josh says this to me all the time. What did you think?
First time seeing the Millennium Falcon?
First time you saw the Millennium Falcon, the whole thing of Han and them being like, I have the Millennium Falcon.
Like in this movie?
Like that. No, not in the fucking first. No, yes, in this movie. In this movie, seeing the Millennium Falcon, what did you think? In this movie specifically.
You know, I didn't mind it. Like, it wasn't perfect, but I think it was fairly cool. It wasn't the most memorable. Like
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So like with you remind me, because I thought of it because you brought about the music score, like the swelling of stuff, the music tone, as you know, setting the mood scene, as it were. Yeah. So like seeing, especially when we first see it. Okay, so Josh, what did you think? Sorry, you go next.
Oh, I thought that's a big ship.
This is why I don't talk to you. So no one was weirded out by like the center being filled in?
No, okay. I think the explanation for why
we're not no. We're not talking about explanation. We're talking about first looks. First looks, you see the Millennium Falcon, you go.
You want to know how I felt about the center being filled?
Yes, I do. I do want to know the center being filled.
You put me on the spot. I don't know.
How is that on the spot? We're talking about a fucking movie that we're like, we've seen them. Dude, we've seen the Millennium Falcon in how many fucking movies, and all of a sudden we see a thing within the center, and you're like, where's the prong? Where's the prong? Where's the fucking prong? Richard.
Yeah.
You yeah.
No, yeah, it was strange. It was definitely different. But
Josh?
What I was trying to say is I think that the explanation for it was dumb. That he's just like,
oh sorry.
No, yeah, I'm going to fucking talk about it. That a big worm in a space hole is trying to eat me, and he's like, watch this. And they're just like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? He's like, this is why. And it's just like the big worm kind of chokes a little bit on it, and it's just like, and he's like, ha ha. And then they fly off, and I was like, that was fucking it.
Escape pod,
And you're telling me in all this time, if that's a fucking escape pod, you haven't put a new escape pod in that fucking center?
That's the part that made no sense to me.
Which is funny too, because they show
escape pod.
And they show escape pods again later that Ray goes in. And so there's other escape pods.
Like they have that whole scene with Grievous in episode 3 where he goes in the escape pods.
Yeah. So here's my thing. Like, if you look at whatever you want to say about Ghostbusters Afterlife, right? That was the first one that came back. Dude, they did such a big thing with like Ecto. The Ecto 1 is so iconic. You know, the Millennium Falcon, I would say, is an iconic vehicle.
I'll say this, I loved Afterlife.
Dude, I loved Afterlife. I didn't
like Afterlife.
Was the Afterlife or new or the second one?
That was the first new one.
Frozen
it was
Empire.
The first one, and then they went into the icy stuff, and I didn't
no.
Yeah.
I'm saying I was wondering if Josh liked Afterlife over Frozen Empire.
I don't like either of them.
Okay. Yeah.
Dude, anyway,
Frozen Empire was fine, but yeah, anyway.
Well, yes, thank you, Richard. Thank you. It wasn't great. I think you said it perfectly. It was fine. When we first see the Millennium Falcon and we first see Han first seeing the Millennium Falcon, it was nothing. There was nothing there. I don't need to see Han seeing it. I want to see it. I want the fucking, see Han's POV of it. But like they
Yeah.
quickly showed it, and they quickly went to Han, and you saw Han longer than that. Where it's like it's so funny because even in the Star Wars universe of The Force Awakens, when Finn and Rey are running on Jakku, and she's like, and he goes, "What about that ship?" And they quickly pan, and they pan right back, and like, "That's a hunk of junk. We were going to this one." They pan to that one blows up. They go, "I guess the hunk of junk wins," and they go back to it, and they show it. I was like, "That's a better reveal than fucking Solo, which is Han's classic fucking ship." Like, there's no connection to it. That was the problem. Like the music doesn't swell. It doesn't give you anything. And it like kind of does a little bit close-ups and like whatever, but like you don't get to see him like walk onto it. You don't get that like, look, I said it again. I said before, but I'll say it again. That connection to Han to the ship where he's like.
His first moments with his ship. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Like, and I don't want to see Han looking at it. I want to see his point of view. And then like they kind of, I don't know. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just angry.
So Darth Maul returns.
You're jumping right to the end.
Yeah. Which I completely forgot he was even in this movie.
Now, I remember him being in it, but I was thinking it was a post-credit scene. I remember.
No, Star Wars doesn't do that.
Yep, they don't.
Well, this feels like a post-credit scene.
Oh,
It
yeah.
It does. It does.
It totally could have been 100%.
And of course, they had plans when they did this to do more with Darth Maul. They expected to make more movies with Darth Maul and his criminal empire. And it's funny because unrelated to this, I had just read a quote from George Lucas, where he was talking about how in the original death of Darth Maul,
yes,
in The Phantom Menace, they Qui-Gon just kicked him down the pit. And then he was like, if people like this guy, they're going to expect he's going to come back because we didn't give a proper death. And then they redid it to where he gets chopped in half. So he could be like, I'm done with Darth Maul. That character is gone. We will bring back others. And then they still bring back Darth Maul. They
still brought him back.
Well, that's not necessarily true, because then later in like the Star Wars Archives books, Lucas had a whole the sequel trilogy. Darth Maul was supposed to be the bad guy. So
I'm just telling you what I just read today, Tim. Don't expect me to back this up with facts. I read it on a thing today.
I totally undercut you, and I'm so sorry.
I read it somewhere on the
internet
or the Reddit or an Instagram.
So
that's what he did.
Okay, yeah,
and I did not verify or research it.
But you know what?
Took it.
You're probably true with them reshooting it and cutting him in half.
Yeah.
So, like, part of the prequel trilogy, there was supposed to be, I've read so many different things about it, where there was going to be like more midichlorians involved, and that's all the garbage.
Oh, we need more midichlorian.
We definitely need more, because that's what Star Wars really liked about the prequel trilogy. So there was this whole idea of Darth Maul being the underground warlord, reshaping the galaxy after everything, and having his own apprentice, Darth Talon, who we're going to get apparently with the new Darth Maul series. Dave Filoni was like, yeah, we're going to stick true to more of what him and Lucas used to talk about with the character Darth Maul when they bring him back.
Yeah.
So that does look pretty fucking awesome. And
but
yeah, I'm excited for Maul.
I'm so excited for Maul. And you have Sam Witwer, who voices Darth Maul in the animated everything, Clone Wars, Rebels, everything. Voiced them in this movie, which was great. And Ray Park came back to physically be Darth Maul in this movie, which was also great.
Right.
Exactly. So I was about to say, Ray Park reprises his role as the most badass Sith we've ever gotten on screen. The dude's face is red. He has fucking horns on his head. He's got a double-sided lightsaber for his and hers pleasure. He does fucking parkour. This dude is a motherfucking badass.
Yeah.
And we get him back after he was cut in half. That's sweet.
Yeah, but if you watched Rebels or
I know he dragged himself out and got some fucking robot legs. I know it.
Spider legs.
Well, then he got spider, and then those got cut off again. And then he had to get normal legs. And then he became the head of Mandalore for a time because he had the dark saber.
You know what I'm fucking sick of? You know what I'm sick of?
You tell me.
I'm
what
a
grinds
movie
your gears?
fan. Okay, Star Wars. I got a tattoo right there on my
Is that
fucking
ooh?
bicep. A
From
tattoo.
Naboo?
I love Star Wars.
I know you do.
I love as much Star Wars as you can fucking tell me in the movies. These assholes who come at me with, well, in the 3rd issue, page 9 of the comic book, fuck your fucking comic book, motherfucker.
Well,
I don't give a shit right now. Do I appreciate a good comic? Yes, I do. But don't come at me and act like I'm less of a Star Wars fan because I didn't read 12 fucking... 12 fucking novels in your series about the fucking people of the Wookiee village and how they fucking suffered beneath Mare fucking Wookfest. I don't care.
That's gatekeeping.
I want the movies. And you know what? I hear the animated series is cool. Great. You know what else is good? The fucking movies. And that's what I appreciate.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you did read Darth Vader Immortal, was it Immortal Vader or Immortal Sith? It's actually
Did
really
you just
good.
hear my rant?
I did, but also it's
and he still went
that
with it.
comic run is really good because they bring up a lot of stuff from the movies and they bring up Vader Castle, which is why I got so mad on Rogue One when you guys weren't talking about it. Because in Vader Castle they talked about how he came up with Vader Castle and what he had to do, and it was actually really cool.
Yeah, that's dumb. You know what they do here? We got to wrap this up. But what they
I don't want to wrap it up. I want to keep talking.
They do a cheap. Okay. They try to give fans the Han shot first. They do the scene clearly for the fans, where Han is facing off against a fucking haired Woody Harrelson, and Woody Harrelson's just yapping for a minute, and then all of a sudden, pew, and he shoots him. He does the I shoot first, but then he immediately runs to him. He's like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Are you okay?" And Woody just has to be like, just so the fans know, Han shooting first is smart and not an asshole. He's like, smart kid. I was going to kill you.
I would have done the same thing.
Yeah. I was going to kill you.
What did...
Han shot first.
Han shot first? So what did you guys think about the droid revolution? That whole, last heist. Because that was the heist. What did you... I wanted to... Before we end it, I want to talk about 2 points. What did you guys think about the droid heist or the droid revolution / their heist? And then what did you guys think about the final climax of the movie of them trying to double cross Darian Voss? So what did you guys think?
Yeah, I mean,
Richard, you go first.
I thought, honestly, the ending kind of fell flat. If I'm being honest, just I barely even remember it. And then I just watched it today. The whole, them whole trying to get back at Dryden Voss thing. And I mean, the droid thing, I think could have worked. I mean, it was sort of okay as a subplot kind of thing, but and I think that's just kind of a general theme of this movie is that there were some good ideas that just weren't really executed that well. And it just didn't really become as memorable. And there's
shit that they thought that they would turn into something later that they couldn't and didn't.
That they never followed up on. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So the same thing to you, Josh. What did you think of the ending, the climax, where the one last thing of Han kind of tells Woody Harrelson I got this plan, what we're gonna do, and then Woody Harrelson's I'm gonna walk away because apparently they're just cool with giving the kids. This is when you realize the kids are behind the whole
give children coaxium. That's right.
Unstable coaxium.
Give them the coaxium.
Because they're starting a revolution, which is never mentioned anywhere ever again. What did you think of them trying to pull?
They're space
I don't
pirates.
understand. It's space pirates. Not even space pirates. It's fine.
And you know what? Paul Bettany doesn't get
Paul Bettany
badass ending he kind of deserves.
So you don't think that Karai killing him so that Han didn't kill him was a good idea or a bad idea? What do you think? Should Han have killed him?
I think Han should have killed him.
Well, Han got to kill Woody Harrelson, which was a little bit different.
Yes, but that's his friend, and they did that mainly as a fan service to be Han.
I know we just said
first.
that. Yes.
We're gonna show you.
Mm-hmm. So it's. I thought that Karai when she killed Darian Voss, I thought she was gonna play it up as in he was weak and I weeded him out. Because when she's talking to Maul, because Maul, no matter what, Maul's still a Sith Lord and has the mentality.
And Maul's obviously closing down. People aren't going to them anymore.
You're so stupid. Dude, Sears and Robux? Anyway.
When was the last time you had your portrait taken at Sears?
Don't worry about it. Me and my wife just got done. No, we didn't. There's our Sears. But like Richard, another,
Yeah.
Us not knowing that it's mall. But
Right.
like, if she wanted to climb up in Crimson Dawn, which is supposed to be this huge faction, you can't tell me that now, hindsight being 2020, that we know that Maul is the leader of the Crimson Dawn, that he wouldn't, I don't know, like she wouldn't climb the ladder by saying he was weak. He couldn't do what he was doing. He kept fucking up too much. He had to coaxial. They lost it again the second time, so I killed him. And you don't think that Maul would have promoted that? You know what I mean? Like, I thought that could have been more devious on her part.
His face.
Yeah.
I was talking to Richard, actually.
No, he didn't really exactly do a lot with that.
No.
That whole reveal.
But do you think that maybe she should have not that she should have played it exactly that way, but that ending could have been way more, because she was so fearful that we all know Maul, he's gonna get the truth out of her if he doesn't think that she's telling,
Yeah, no, exactly. No, I don't disagree.
Yep. Hey, imagine
Anyway.
Darth Maul in the Bloodsport, in the fucking Kumite. Do you think if he doesn't have a lightsaber, would he stand a chance against JCVD? No lightsaber.
It's Ray Park.
And no force. No force.
No, yeah, he would fuck up.
Yeah, it is Ray Park.
It's Ray Park.
Okay.
But also there's JCVD.
I was about to say, against our man JCVD.
It is. I got some. That's true. In his prime. Ooh. But Ray Park in his prime too. I mean, R.I.P. Chuck Norris, but someone's getting roundhouse kicked to the face. That's all I know. So sad, Chuck Norris. Anyway, sorry.
Let's go to a little part of the show we call a letterbox time. This is where we take a look at what the people of Letterbox say, and then we're going to give our final thoughts on our Letterbox scores. But the people of Letterboxd, as of today's recording, have given this movie an average score of 2.9 out of 5. That is based on 810,000 reviews. The most common rating is a 3 out of 5. Now, I go to you, Richard. I'm going to go to you first, because I know Tim feels very strongly. I'm going to give him a minute to stew.
Yeah.
Give us your final thoughts. Give us your final Letterbox rating.
Yeah, I'd say in terms of a rating, I'm thinking this is probably somewhere like a 2.5, 3 for me or so.
Which is it? Give me what you're locking in.
Sorry.
You know what? Actually, no. I changed my mind. I think I'm gonna go with 2. A 2 out of 5. Yeah. Because I think there was a lot of potential for this movie to be really good, even with the Alden Ehrenreich of it all. I mean, the other castings I thought were really solid. Like, this movie had a good cast and people playing good roles that they were fit for, but I think there was just so many missed opportunities that they could have done a better job with. That's the thing, is the ideas were there, but I just don't think they were executed as well as they should have been, and especially as they were trying to build this whole standalone Star Wars universe outside of the Skywalker saga.
Right.
I think this one had a lot of potential that was not lived up to.
Okay. It's harsh in my opinion. Timbo.
Oh, that's harsh.
Okay.
That's harsh.
I know Timbo's going to be just as harsh. Don't worry. I'm on the outside.
Just as harsh. Josh, do you, for the first time in the binge history, do you want to go first and have me go last? No, I'll go first before you.
Okay, I was going to say, I'll do it.
No, let me get this. Okay, I'm being serious. This rice beer is very tasty. Both these beers
it hits the spot and it matches.
Oh yeah, no, I'm having a great time.
Man.
Very nice.
Chug.
All right.
Chug.
So I would say Richard was very nice in what he said.
Oh.
Let's just remember, this movie killed all the standalone Star Wars' movies we were supposed to get. Like Kenobi. Kenobi was supposed to be a fucking movie, not a dumb let's buy lightsabers from fucking Disney and jerk off with it.
Don't tell me what to do with my lightsaber from Disney.
Oh my god, the lightsaber glow. Never mind. Well,
I've got a lightsaber hanging on my wall right now.
I'm not saying that's bad. I'm just saying when the own actors were saying how terrible it was, pretty much. Anyway, Ewan McGregor and H. Kristen, they're like the other ones. We could actually get after it. This movie is terrible. This movie is not redeemable. This movie killed what they were trying to do. It literally killed it. And
Okay.
and the droid revolution was fucking dumb. It was nowhere ever in anything else. And like the droids were supposed to be this oppressed thing, but they're not oppressed because they're not fucking people. Just because we care for them doesn't mean they are. I mean, even
was Lando fucking his droid? I wanted to talk about.
Okay, so that's what I'm going to talk about.
Was.
So like
The fact
R2
that that's even out there in the world as an idea is
that's what I'm saying. Like Obi-Wan
We didn't
Kenobi
talk
was like,
about it, and I meant to.
I don't even have any sort of recollection of owning any droids. And R2-D2 and C-3PO were like, bitch, at least R2 was like, bitch, I've been with you for 3 movies. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? And even Obi-Wan was like, go kiss a dick. Like, I don't give a fuck about you. You know what I mean? So, like, the idea of this droid revolution, who apparently the entire time was like, we're going to have this revolution. And she has birth-giving hips. And she's a she for some reason when droids are not male or female.
Okay.
And Lando,
I'm going to fight you on that. You know C-3PO's a dude. R2-D2's a dude.
No, they're not referenced as a male or female because they're just
okay, if you had
AI.
to refer to them
AI,
as a he or she, you know what you would choose.
AI is not male or female. It is just AI. That's what it is. Non-binary. Anyway, Lando apparently in this movie was banging L3 for some fucking reason.
Allegedly.
No, she says it because even Karai was like, "You make it work," or "What do you mean?" She's like, "We make it work." Like, what the fuck is that about? Lando, that I know from Cloud City, was trying to bang Leia. He wasn't trying to bang C-3PO. That's all I'm trying to say. When Leia
Could he
showed up,
not
he's
have
like,
the best of both
"Ooh."
worlds, bro?
If you had a sex spot, maybe, but he wasn't. She wasn't a sex spot, and she was all droid revolution and talking about all this crazy shit. So anyway, no, that's not a fucking thing. Lando was not, and everyone in this movie when it came out, they're saying Lando's pansexual. I was like, when? When was Lando pansexual? He was trying to bang fucking Leia the entire time and steal her away from Han because him and Han had this like weird, we're bros, but we also compete on everything kind of competition, which bros have, and I understand that's totally fine. With all that being said, fuck this movie. I forgot my notes. So everything was fucking dumb. Chewbacca had a double bandolier for some dumb reason. Han was never in his gear.
He lost
and had
one
a dumb
later,
jacket.
Tim. What are you scoring the movie?
The movie, if I could give it a 0, I would, but I went to Letterboxd to do it the right way, and I can only give half a star, and I give it half a star.
You dumb bitch.
Fuck this movie. Fuck this movie so hard. I
That's
hate this fucking movie.
ridiculous.
No,
Oh my
it's not.
God.
That's so bad.
I got more too. We keep going.
Okay.
Kessel Run was dumb.
Well, you know what?
Mhm.
Your argument, Tim.
Sure.
No, I'm coming at you now. Your argument that this movie is so bad it ruined the future plans. Let me call into action a little movie called 28 years later, The Bone Temple, a movie which you loved and gave 5 out of 5, but the audiences did not respond to, did not have the box office, and killed the 3rd installment in the trilogy. They've canceled it because that movie did so bad. So the argument alone that a movie's performance dictates its quality, I am opposed.
Oh,
I am
you get opposed to that. Well, here we go. Once again, okay, let's talk about script. They're doing the Kessel Run, right? They just fucking stole that Quaxium and all that shit, right? They're doing the Kessel Run. All of a sudden,
about the Kessel Run.
There's a Star Destroyer. Why is it there? Well, we think we heard about your little revolution. What revolution? The droid revolution? Because there's no other fucking revolution. What the fuck are we talking about? It was just there as a plot point. Not even a plot point. A device to have them run fucking TIE fighters. Like, go fuck yourself. There's no reason for a Star Destroyer to be in that maelstrom. Go eat a dick. And the way they did... And
All right,
that
we're gonna prove who the real Star Wars fan is here. I'm gonna give this a 3.5 out of 5.
3.5, you liked it that much? You fucking made it more than mid? Are you fucking... Dude, take a fucking magic marker. Show me your bicep again. Take a magic marker, circle the fucking Rebel Alliance, and cut it out like it's a Ghostbuster symbol. Yeah, cut it out, put that fucking no smoking symbol next to it. You fucking
I
jerk
refuse,
face.
Tim, and you can't tell me what to do with my body. My body, my choice. Leave me the fuck
nerve
alone.
herder.
I will not do
You
that.
son of a bitch. Oh, don't catch me with you
Now-
in Cloud City, throwing you off.
This movie is one of the weakest Star Wars movies. I'm giving that to you.
It's
I
the
give
weakest.
this to you. No, it is not the weakest. It is not.
What's the weakest? Well, don't tell me because we'll get to it. The weakest.
Rise of Skywalker, probably,
Oh yeah.
or Phantom Menace.
Phantom Menace? Are you hate Phantom Menace over Attack of the Clones? Are you fucking nuts? Attack of the Clones
Or
is
Attack
way
of the
worse than
Clones.
Phantom
Those
Menace.
three
No.
are in the running.
No, Phantom Menace is way better only because Maul came in and Maul. It doesn't matter what fuck.
Maul cooks, but we're talking about this, and then guess what? We get Maul back, so that gets extra points. Anyways, this movie I give a 3.5. Richard gives a 2.5, and Tim looks like a man that would say a 5 out of 5. And
Half a star! Half! Not even 5 half!
Oh, I didn't see the decimal. Okay, a point.
There's a oh yeah, a 0.5. No, I could do it. I went to Letterboxd on purpose to see what lowest score could I give this motherfucker. And the only thing they gave me was
you're
half a star.
absurd, and you have a problem.
That's true.
Tim, why don't you take us out? Lead us out of this.
Oh yeah, I'm the best person right now to do it. Hey everybody, Timbo Jones here. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Before I kick us out, Richard, my friend, where could the fun people of the Binge find you?
Well, thank you again for having me. Yeah, you can find me at Richard Nevins on socials. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all the fun places. You can find my writing at MovieWeb and The Direct. Writing up a store. I'm writing up on every movie and series I can get my hands on right now. And looking forward to a good, big 2026. It should be a fun year. And looking forward to next time I'll come back with you guys.
Yeah, but are you enjoying the Daredevil Born Again series? Are you enjoying that?
Definitely. I loved episode 1. I haven't gotten screeners for the rest of it, so I'm looking forward to seeing the rest of it. But
nice.
I'm really looking forward to seeing where season 2 goes. I mean, season 1, I thought they did a really good job with considering everything they had to do behind the scenes to rework everything. I actually thought season 1 turned out really good, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how season 2 goes now that they got everything settled out and worked out with the timeline and everything.
Perfect. If you don't know, obviously we kind of film these a little bit ahead of time if you didn't catch that, but we do. So, welcome to the Binge. We started the show. No, wait, this is the end of the show. Sorry, my bad. I hope you enjoyed mostly me ranting about my hatred Solo, a Star Wars story. And Richard and Josh were along for the ride. They're both Chewie in my Han Solo. Let's drive into an asteroid. With that being said, I'm hungry too, Chewie. With that being said, let us know how wrong I am. How wrong am I? Please tell me in the comments. Timbo Jones, you're the fucking wrongest person in all this. If you agree with any of us, please let us know in the comments below. Like, share, do all the fun stuff that we always tell you to do. I really appreciate that. If you really enjoy this movie, I genuinely am happy for you. I want you to enjoy this movie. I want you to love Star Wars. I love Star Wars. I want you to love Star Wars. And with all that being said, please share this. I know I said share before, but please share this with everybody. We're a growing podcast, and we would love to reach as many people as we can. We love that you're with us every single week. And if you have any ideas for any other franchises, please also let us know in the comments. Once again, it is us in the socials. There's not a team of people behind me. It's literally a curtain and then my clothes because I'm in my closet. And that being said, I hope you have a great time. May the force be with you. And, smoochy booches.
We'll catch you on the flippity flop.